Hello, I'm Mike with RGS Restorations, and I'm joined today with Paul. And today we're going to be looking at pitted muzzleloader bores and how poorly or how potentially still accurately they can shoot. We have a Thompson Center New Englander and a CVA Bobcat Hawken type weapon, both 50 caliber, both 1 48 twist, and again, both of them have really rotted bores. We're going to take and shoot each one of these with a 3-shot group and see what it looks like. So stay with us and see what happens. So before we get to the range, we're just going to take a look at both of these rifles briefly, kind of give you a history about them, and kind of go from there, so you understand what we're dealing with. The first one here is a Thompson Center New Englander. As I said before, it's a 50 cal, and you know, I should back up actually first and say I kind of have a habit of buying muzzle loaders that need rescuing. So this is not really a first for me. I would almost say I kind of search them out. Lots of times you can find them on used gun racks for $50, $60, and you know, you are taking a chance, but that's what I did. That's what I did with these, and
I'm laughing over here because these are some of the nicer ones I've seen you have.
That's true. Admittedly, yeah. Exterior wise, both of these really are not bad. So all of the damage with these is to the bores, and you will see, because we are gonna bore scope these before we go to the range, and you'll see just how bad this New Englander is. There, when I first got it, there was large, heavy patches of that red, crusty, furry rust that, well, nobody wants to see. I cleaned most of it out, but again, with the bore scoping, you'll see that even with the diligent cleaning with stainless brushes and stuff, there was still some in there. This CVA over here, not quite as bad as a whole. It had much more like kind of light frosting throughout, but
it was heavy,
still,
but the pattern was more consistent.
Right.
It wasn't. You'll see this one here. It seems to have like giant craters, randomly spaced throughout. This one seemed to be more evenly.
All the way from breech to muzzle. It was definitely different. I don't know if that has something to do with maybe the type of powder or the load that was used, and how that fouling just kind of laid in there and was left to rot.
I think a combination of both, and the alloy. Thompson Centers have a lot heavier, harder. Right. You know, just bluing these and doing metal finishing on these over the years. These, I don't want to say it's a better grade of steel, but it's a better grade of steel.
They're between that and the Spanish made steel.
The import ones, the steel's a little bit softer, so I would totally have expected the pitting in these things to be exactly what it was.
Sure. Well, I am curious to see how these shoot, so stick with us and we'll find out together. So this will be the first shot of 3 with the TC New Englander with the pitted bore that we definitely showed, and it looks pretty rough. So we'll see what it does.
Okay, which target are you shooting at?
The top left.
Okay,
I guess.
Sounds good.
This thing should be okay, right? It's not going to let go or nothing. Huh?
I would think not. How could it?
I don't know.
Well, I'm standing right next to you, so if it lets go, we're both in deep stuff. Oh, look at that.
Okay. Well, Okay.
You're not complaining.
No, I'm not.
I was going to use earplugs here today because I thought these would be a little less noisy inside.
There's like nothing to that by way of.
No. Although I'm still going to use earmuffs rather than plugs because, just because.
Criminy. Didn't even really foul out that badly, not it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do 2 more.
Yeah. So
Like
it's
semi-drying out.
so it's a pretty crisp Wisconsin morning here, and I'm guessing the temperature's got to be what, maybe 45.
It doesn't feel like it's much over 45 degrees.
If that.
Yeah. So I think what we're seeing here with that first shot, I don't know, we'll see what it does. We'll see what it does this next time, but I think what we're seeing here so far is the accuracy may or may not be affected, but subsequent shots are a little rough to get down.
Was that shot rougher to get down there than the first one?
A little bit, yes.
Okay.
So, okay. Shot number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit lower, but
We're a little low. Okay. And I am running just 2 quick patches through the bore each time because there's no way I'd get a second shot down there.
yeah.
So
Are you shooting with a 6 o'clock hold?
I am shooting with a 6 o'clock hold. Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to find the greasiest patch in there. Now these are really tight, and again, that was a 18 thousandths patch with a 490 ball, so she's pretty snug.
I think you could try a couple with the less patch and the other lube, and
Sure.
I think it would be a little easier.
For this rifle, maybe a little bit of a looser combination probably would help.
Yeah, still there. I mean, gosh,
Okay,
considering what that barrel looked like, that's quite impressive.
that's not bad. That's certainly deer hunting accurate for the state of Wisconsin, I would think, at
Yeah.
50 yards anyway.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Well, on to the next one. It's the traditions that we scoped also, or sorry, the CVA, excuse me. And that one, the pitting was not as bad, but it was more consistent throughout the bore. It's like the whole bore was frosted. So,
Right, yeah. Yeah. It wasn't deep pitting, it was a lot of smaller pitting, frosting, just like you said. Yep.
So you wanna give this one a try?
I'll shoot anything, I don't care.
If you want to use my Wonder Lube patches or your number 9, maybe if you try the number 9 solvent on that, we'll see.
And this is a 50 again?
That is also a 50.
And how many grains did you want to shoot in it?
I'm sorry?
How many grains did you want to shoot in it?
I was shooting here. You can use that measure.
I like this one.
Okay.
I'm the fussy guy.
About 32 grains. 30 to 32 grains.
This pours nice.
Okay. There you go. Some capsules.
Have you shot this one in the past?
No, neither one of these. Neither one of these I have shot. So with being on camera, we went from bore scoping the nasty bores straight to taking them to the range. So that seemed considerably smoother.
Yep. I'm not sure. I did not feel a twisting motion in this one, so.
Okay.
I'm a little.
Okay.
I'm curious as to what we'll get here. Was this bore sighted at all?
It was not.
Okay. Well, holy moly. Are we that lucky?
I don't know. Well,
that's definitely the target I was aiming at, so.
Send another and see if we can get a group out of that too. It's shaping up to be a surprising trip to the range so far.
So the product I'm using it's a little bit, you got to search for it these days, but it's Hoppy's number 9 black powder solvent. And I have always used this stuff. I tried a couple things years ago and promptly disliked them and switched back. So
it's worth while you're touching on that for a second. I was using the Traditions Wonder Lube and was having a heck of a time. Now both of these bores are very similarly pitted, I would say. That one just being a little bit more consistent, and you're having a much easier time sending that down the bore than I was. So,
well. A little high on that one, but hit the target.
Okay.
But that could be from a clean bore to a fouled bore also, so.
True.
We'll see if this shot basically follows that. And I know I did a video on basically a fouled and versus clean bore for deer hunting on modern stuff, but
yes,
it definitely makes more of a difference on a muzzle loader. Oh, rats, our target is not cooperating there.
Are the subsequent shots much harder to run down there?
A little bit, but not horrible.
Not like we saw with this one?
No.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's due to bore condition or difference in patch, lube.
Okay.
Combination.
Could be
potentially.
A combination. Sure.
I could see why your shots all landed closer to the same spot, because you cleaned between each one.
Correct.
So we'll see. We'll see where this goes.
Okay.
Should be interesting.
Okay.
It was a little to the. Yep. Well, you know.
Okay.
Just want to take a quick moment to thank everybody for watching our video. And if you like this kind of content, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. It always helps get more of our videos out there to more people.
Well, the results are in, and since these are my personal rifles, I would have to say I'm pretty happy with the results.
For what those bores look like, the results on the target was pretty good. Now that,
yeah,
I think those targets, they weren't a full 100 yards. They were probably what, close to 70 yards?
70, 75 yards, something like that.
Yeah, so it wasn't a full 100 yards, but it was easily what I would think would be deer hunting distance.
Absolutely.
Well, especially Midwest deer hunting distance, you know, in woods. And I would not think that the accuracy would have degraded, you know, if we had put them all the way out to 100. I mean, you know, an extra 25 yards isn't going to make that much of a difference.
Yeah,
so
I can't see it falling off that much more. But both of these rifles, if it wasn't clear in the video, just to point out, we used the same loads for both of these rifles. The only difference was lube. So I used the Boar Butter and Wonder Lube in the Thompson Center, and Paul used the Hoppe's patch lube and black powder solvent in the CVA, which you'll probably notice sitting here on the table that it is now in a black synthetic stock rather than kind of the flamed looking wood stock. I just changed it after the fact because it made for better alignment for my face. There's more drop in this stock, so that's why it's on there if anybody's curious.
But nothing else is,
But nothing else has changed. Yeah. It's the same barrel, same everything, well, minus the stock, and then of course the single trigger instead of the set trigger that you were running in the Hawkins style stock.
Yeah.
But otherwise it was the same, and then patch thickness and ball size for both of them were the same. They were 490 round balls and 18 thousandths patches.
And I think if I remember right, we picked up some of the patches and we were looking at them to see if they were like all ripped up and torn up, and they really weren't all that bad.
No, this one did produce better looking patches than this one, which I think is really a product of the inconsistently bad pittings throughout this bore, and this one being consistent that way from end to end kind of helped with that. But they didn't patch.
But they didn't look like they went through a meat grinder. Like you'd think they would have with as bad as the bores look. They were actually surprisingly in pretty good shape.
They were, you know. So I think what I am going to say, or any conclusion that I might draw from this is, well, for me personally, I'm going to continue to search out neglected muzzle loaders. Now, again, you are still taking a chance. I don't think you're going to be this lucky every single time, but I can say that just because you find, say, a used muzzle loader someplace that has what appears to be a fairly rotted bore, does not mean that it still won't shoot accurately enough for one-shot deer hunting in most situations. Yeah. So I would not rule it out. I would like to touch on just one thing real quick. While it didn't really degrade accuracy too bad, this one was quite a bit harder to load subsequent shots than this one, and that was probably a product of the patch lube, but also cleaning. Cleaning is going to be, I won't go into that in too great a detail, but cleaning both of these things with these pitted bores is an absolute bear no matter what lube you use. So if you do find something like this and decide to take a chance on it, know that there's a chance that it could still shoot well, but you're going to have a heck of a time getting them clean afterwards.
Well, that's the trade-off for price and value versus
it
trading a little bit of your time. But
it is,
the whole purpose of it was basically to see, are they completely junk or do they still have a usefulness to them? And clearly by this video, what it showed is there's, while they're not going to be target grade quality for hunting 100 yards and less,
absolutely.
I don't see any problem with it.
And I mean, if not for hunting, to just take to the range and still have something else to take, to take to the range and shoot something you don't have to worry about, I guess, quite as much as something that's pristine.
Or if it's something you have never done and you want to try it and you kind of want to dip your toe into the water, so to speak, getting something like this would be a lot,
absolutely,
a lot more of a budget-friendly entry level than going out and buying although the cost of muzzleloaders really isn't that bad compared to some things. But even still, I do believe it would be a cost savings. So
yeah, absolutely. So Well, thanks for watching, and remember, next time you're at your local gun store and you see something like this on the rack, give it a second look.
You never know.
You never know. It might just surprise you. Thanks for watching.
All righty.